What is going on, everybody? It's your boy here, back again with another one. The Don, bringing you some off-season competitive league. That's right. We got Rage, we got Southern Cross Commandos, Kharkov Knight. Going to be a pain in the ass to see something, but here we are. We're going to try to get in there nice and deep like. Make sure we're able to see something today, folks, so stay tuned for this one. I am looking forward to it. We're going to follow these trucks, and we are broadcasting from the side of Rage today. By the looks of things, these team logos might be a little large. We'll have to fix that for the next one. They're taking up a little more space than I'd like on the screen, but that being said, here we are, week 4, guys, Division 1. Not a bad place to be. You see Gypsy and the boys hopping off, getting, of course, some blue line garrisons just in case they happen to not cap mid. You see Truck in the distance. We've got Squiggle on top of this one. SCC is going to be in red. You see some of them coming up here. Wasabi Peanut. Wabbit, Major Chip. Though the rest of the boys are working their way in, popping fresh. Sergeant Buttocks, Sancho Bose leading the charge. Already hitting just behind the SCC push. Not going to do anything right now. We're completely contested, folks. It is going blue. Oh, nope. We are contested. You see Swanspit going down in the open field. Not going to be a good play on a map like this. Got to stick to cover. Snafu and the boys working their way up. We've got a meeting taking place here. Ooh. Frank dropping him. Snafu gets him some. Gratefully Dead and the boys coming up behind. Popping fresh. Vortex. Ooh, rocket comes right over the head of Vortex. That was the Greg. The Greg. Major war crimes. Does he get a satchel out? He's pulling out a nade. You see the rockets are flying. Golly, D's sending his nuts right into the point. Major war crimes. Snafu popping fresh still on the offensive over here. Let's check the other side. Mr. Randy Marsh in the mix. You see a sea of red surrounding Randy. Big Tedders. Hectic shot. Wabbit. Dirty Chinavarius. Dirty China virus, rather. And Smitty. Goddamn dirty China virus, I tell you what. The Vogue's dropping. Squiggle. You see this one starting to go back the way of SCC. If you look at the point, they've got more guys in the point, that's for certain. Red is beginning to outnumber blue. They're at about 50% cap weight. So far, according to the poll, every vote has went in the case of Rage. So curious to see how this turns out. Rage off to a little bit slower start than I think they initially intended. You see Ash the Wall working his way up. Cheek sitting right up top over Sancho. Believe they don't know each other or in that house. I don't know how you wouldn't hear the footsteps, but I digress. Safsa. What do you see? CJ. Fatal and him trading. Jeep Dad working his way up. CJ as well. Ooh, we've got explosions everywhere. What was that? Looks like a repair station. Certainly was a handful of repair stations. That is some quality artillery coming in from from SCC right there. SEC going to cap first. I don't think many people had that on their bingo list, so off to a good start. Mr. Smokey drops. We've got pressure on the next point already. Belgorod. What is going on in Belgorod? Lieutenant Kill is back here in blue. I'm not sure how it continues to... Oh, it was the armor unit. It was this light tank. Light tank was locking out the garrison for a moment. He gets marked up. He's no longer capping. You'd think he'd move right back into pressure. Frank moving the guys back. Stiglitz mounted up with the MG. I just realized, fun fact, I've used the wrong Allied symbol there under SCC. Ha ha ha. Your boy didn't pay attention to the map when he made that. Yeah. Alright, back to the action. We will take a peek at that later. We've got some recon over here. Felix, one you typically would see for Rage on the offensive. He seems to be more back playing a flank position right now. Dealing with recon, you see SCC, Dirty China Virus, and the boys working their way up. Mr. Smokey's going to be the only blue dot around. Got a feeling Teeters is going to see him there here in just a moment. Look at these guys. They have no idea each other right there. Mr. Smokey looking out. Him and Wabbit, look, rounds the corner. Oh, gets absolutely molested. Now this is going to be key for SCC. If SCC can eradicate... Oh, that was some arty right there, baby. If SCC can eradicate these guys from this trench line and take control of that, Rage is absolutely bent over. I mean, look at all the open space they have to traverse. That means they can only come in from one of 2 points. That's this right here and this right here. You've got 3 guys, 2 squad leaders over here, maybe 1 or 2 here. SCC needs to push. They get that push, they are golden. They're not going to be able to have any worries, at least going forward, taking on Rage here. We are going to see how this one turns out. We are not out of it yet. You see some armor there. Maybe try to turn the highlights off. The guys will contrast a little bit better, perhaps. I'm not sure. Wasabi going down in the middle of the field. That's going to happen a lot, especially on a map like this. You try to traverse those open fields, you are sure to get punished for it. Anybody that's played this map knows. We've got more supplies coming in from SCC. Not a lot on the back line from Rage. We've got, looks like maybe 1 crew. There's Felix. There he is. We were talking about him earlier. Usually on an offensive, he's getting this flank, working around with the boys. That's going to do some damage at some point. Looking forward to seeing what happens with that. You see Rev Force laying out, throwing some rockets down range, but pays the ultimate price. Swedish God working his way around. Chappa not looking. Swedish God gets 1. Swedish God gets 2. Swedish God. Oh, Ranger and Tim. But they get absolutely obliterated by Artie. What timing is that? Cheek, Felix, and Uncle Danny now knocking on the back door. It's late at night. They've come home drunk, and they're not daring to enter through the front, you guys. Hectic shot is in a hectic fucking spot. Felix, STG just ripping. CQ Shooter taking him out, though. Wasabi Peanut, they've got a, there you go, I'll say they've got an OP over here. You see it right there, folks. Felix going down. Big Teeters looking around. Cheek's like, wait a minute. You shot my friend. Cheek. Popped his ass right in the cheek. Big Teeters about to get shot in the back boobies if he's not careful. Cheek. Ready to gun you down. Hectic shot. Gonna be the next one. Cheek. You watching your corners. Fortis and Hectic. Hectic coming around. Cheek. No more. Rev Force. This is going to be a good move. Oh my gosh! Did you see that? Did you see that? It got every one of them. Clipping that myself. Holy shit. Rev Forest working his way in a forest of red CQ shooter. Doing the CQ thing and being the shooter. Uh-oh, we've got Felix in red over here. Wowza. What a play. I reckon there was either a satchel or maybe a mine laid down, because I didn't see any AT rockets coming around. Oh. That explains it right there, guys. Andy, Bud, and Dead Sheep. Bud and crew. We've got Artie. Artie is going to be absolutely devastating on this match. You see a broader look of the map here. Let's go ahead and take a peek. We're looking in from the north, facing south. You've got Rage making a decent push. Rather substantial push here from the flank. Not a whole lot in between them, so that should work out in their advantage. Unless these guys here from SCC are able to completely push and eradicate this frontal Rage infantry that's not here. You see in these trenches. This is going to be the other stronghold for Rage right now. Definitely going to be something they have to hold on to. Great garrison network by Rage right now. Definitely looking to make a move. You see Swedish God, Captain Insano getting the boys in there. Up close and personal, Swedish and Hobbsy. Going to trade Captain Insano, Gratefully Dead, Jeep Dad. Returning fire on Kriegi. See Jeep Dad trying to light up Tim and Smitty out there. Shots coming in. Rage, these guys got to advance back over here. You had 3 guys there holding it down. Dirty China Virus making his way across. This could be big. Getting close to where these this garrison and OPs are. Ooh, China saw him, but has just the lesser of the weaponry there. Captain Insano, Jeep Dad making their way back. Krieg, oh, Jeep, if you're around the corner, you're in luck. Oh no, but Jeep throwing the nade. Gonna get caught looking. Grenade goes off. It's a smoke. That is hilarious. Hobbsy, front line of defense. Cheek, Uncle Danny. These guys are still on this backside flank. Gonna be the closest ones to the action. Choppa and old Big Taters over here working their way around, trying to run these guys off. Desperately looking for that OP, and I don't see any kind of OP over here, so that's probably going to be a good sign for SCC. As far as that goes, we've got Swanspit, Major War Crimes, and D-Hawk 65 over here. About to square off with Snafu and Sancho. Good old Sancho. War Crimes just yapping away, abusing the STG. Sancho catches Hulk. I don't think Hulk saw him when he rounded the corner there. Sancho able to advance. We've got a garrison mark now. How accurate is that? Not at all, but that is exactly where all of this push from Rage is now moving in from, so not a bad setup. You see Mr. Smokey. J-Ret misses twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5. Turns around, finally gets him some. J-Ret, you silly duck. Take your time. Forget about it, huh? Rev Forest and CQ Shooter. Poppin' Fresh. Poppin' Fresh gets him some. Gives him a fresh pop. This is what we were talking about earlier, folks. SCC now working their way down, pushing south. Just removing Rage from anywhere within this red-blue line that they were trying to work their way. You see, all of this area right here is going to be key for Rage to maintain. If they're unable to do so, they are going to certainly be at an even bigger disadvantage than they already are. SCC putting in all the right work in all the right places so far. Rage doing a good job now of working their way back in, trying to make penetration into this objective. We got Swedish God dropping some folks. You see Fatal and D's getting taken out in rapid succession. Vortex hops the fence. Terrible timing. Hobbsy sees him. Swedish God gets the reload, but not going to be quick enough. Hobbsy takes him out. Ooh, that Artie's going to be clutch. Curious to see what they do with that Artie. You got 2 Rage outposts right there. Hobbsy, all he has to do is work south, and he takes out 2 teams, but he's got all these guys worth coming right back. Yeah, I don't think he expected to see what he just saw right there. That's for sure. Got to be a little bit more careful. Could you imagine if he had satcheled that? Like, fuck it, let's see. You know? Would have been great. Swedish God, Jeep Dad, Fatal. Not giving up. Making their way back yet again. Kriegi still here on the front. There you go. Jeep Dad working his way in with some smoke grenades. Oh, Kriegi gets him, though. Captain Insano. Gotta see him, Captain. Oh, Captain, don't turn your back. Kriegi having a good game so far. SCC still working their way. Trying to push south still. Rage doing a good job still with these garrisons. They had them set up in the right spots. Making it easy to push back through all of these houses, but dang. I don't see much working on this western push yet. So that is going to be interesting to see. About 22 minutes into this match so far, guys. Mr. Smokey working his way up. You see Cheek now on the back line. See what Cheek can do. Cheek drops the OP. He's got supplies as well. Does he decide to set up a Gary? You know he realizes those are his supplies. I'm curious to see what move he makes. Probably gets a garrison up back here. I reckon if he does, it'll probably be green. Ooh, not Medic, Eugene, Pickles, and 10-Man. Taking some shots from the distance. You see that one whizzing its way in. Ooh, in the distance, you see the armor. We've got it highlighted there for you. There's actually 2 of them working their way in. That shot comes in low. Both of them sending rounds coming in low. Perfect mark on this armor unit by King. Shot coming in low again. I'm not sure if it's rendering properly or what. Oh. Back and forth. Oh, that one just skims over. Now we've got some shots landing. I was getting ready to say that might be the worst armor engagement I've ever seen, folks. We're back at it, though. Oh, Ricochet comes in. It's a 2-on-1. He's got the rep station there. It is injured, but these ricochets are definitely working in his favor. We've got a... Mark comes up. Yeah, you see the armor unit working its way back. What a great spot. If he can land some shots, this could really be dangerous. We will check back in with that. Let's see. Cheek opting not to put a garrison up. We've got 150 supplies now. Yep, I thought I heard it. Precision strike coming out. Does not get the armor unit. The repair station, though, has been taken out. That's going to change things up here for this, for Not Medic Eugene and his crew here. Still got a 2-on-1 out in the distance. SCC, you see, still with the advantage, but one squad now of Rage managing to work their way and doing some damage. Forget about it. See the two Axis armor units in the distance out there. Not sure exactly what happened with that. We thought there would be a little bit more action here, but you definitely can see that these allied, or rather the Axis units over here, are trying to get a little better position, and SCC has done it, folks. They did exactly what I told you needed to be done. They've taken control. Oh, Jeep Dad. Get the satchel, Jeep Dad. It's down. He got it. He got it. Hobbsy's going to try to hold Pookie. Ooh. Jeez. See that SCC armor unit accompanied with artillery, just making it nearly impossible. Pookie waiting for the satchel to pop. There it goes. SCC's got to respond quickly here. They need to take that trench back. They've done a great job at completely eradicating this frontal push from Rage so far. Let's see. Armor unit is still up. Going back and forth. You see the Tiger in the distance just continuing to ricochet. That has to be that has to be getting a little frustrating, I would say. He's probably hit him 8 or 9 times, I think we've heard. So precision comes in, doesn't do much here. Not sure what that was, but we've got Tim mounted up with the MG, the Burrito, Hobbsy, and Ranger, trying to keep Rage off of this push. We'll take a look at the map. Rage still has a good setup. They've lost their garrison over here. They've got both of their armor units, but they should surely try to get a garrison replaced. You see Alpha and Jig Squad both, one of them needing to fall back, get that up, but hey, either way, got some pressure on the backside of Belgorod, it appears, from SCC, but other than that, Rage just trying to figure something out, being pushed back I think more than they intended, and on a map like this, SCC definitely has the ground advantage if you ask me. Some may disagree, but disagreeing with the Don won't get you too far, huh? Forget about it. This army unit's starting to get a little bit more aggressive. I would at this point if all they're doing is ricocheting off me and you can see they can't shoot for shit. Definitely a time to maneuver, if you will. Ooh, gets absolutely busted. I think he poked himself out just a hair too far. Returns fire, not going to be enough. You see the next shot comes in. How does it miss? You hit him. Oh, you've got to be joking. Axis armor goes down. You see the other Tiger makes up for it. That was a total miss by that front armor unit. Ouch. You hit him and penetrate, and then you miss the next shot. He hadn't moved, you hadn't moved. That one's got to sting a little bit. Dirty China Virus, Wasabi Peanut, Hectic Shot. Still over here battling off with Gypsy Squiggle and Rev Forest. Rev Forest was running an MG earlier, as we saw. Probably realized he needed something with a little more direct firepower, I suppose. Getting across these open fields, you're not going to be able to do shit with that MG. Cheek. We saw him earlier. Swan Spit. Uncle Danny. Felix. D-Hulk. Still working in from this western side. Trying to get something going from for Rage, but big teeters over here. Fortis. Vortex. Sergeant Buttocks. We've got Triple H. Sancho and Poppin' Fresh. Snafu just spawning in as well. Him and Swanspit going to run into each other momentarily. Flare goes out by SCC. They're going to know exactly where these guys are. Every single one of these. Yeah, look at this. Oh no, that was a Rage Flare. I'm sorry. So we've got one from each. So every single guy over in this area going to be spotted by both teams. Decent little push coming in from Rage, but you see so much open ground to cover, it's very difficult to work your way in without having to go way out and around doing a crazy deep flank. At that point, you're out of cap weight and you're not helping your team. Fatal. Still here within the point. Hobbsy gunning him down, though. You see Hobbsy and Krieg very busy on this defense today so far. Dom-tacular, the burrito. We've got folks saying they're sure Rage is going to win this one. Rage getting all 12 votes right now. Expected to 5-0 SCC, supposedly. Right now, struggling to cap mid. SCC been dominant the first 32 minutes of this match so far. We saw Rage was first to midpoint, but they were not able to cap. SCC pushed them back, and since then, that has been all she's wrote, folks. Captain Insano still fighting right on this frontal push, trying to make something happen, but definitely struggling. More than enough reinforcements coming from... What is going on right there? Fatal and D's. I think if I were these guys, I would take turns leapfrogging. Just satcheling buildings. Moving the OP up, satcheling buildings. Find something. Krieg gonna round the corner. Gets Fatal. Gets D's. Captain Insano. Gotta defend the OP. Captain Insano shows no mercy, but goes down. Choppa Popping the flizzy. You see Felix and the boys, your boss, Pookie and Death Trooper, working their way up. We might get some armor push. We got Helllet Moose and crew. Gunny Sights and Shade is going to accompany him. And that Tiger, we've got Drunk Monkey, Johnny 2-All, and Captain Kushwookie. I wonder if Kushwookie was the one shooting earlier. May have been puffing the Sheba a tad too much. A little bit off with his shots. I could be mistaken. Shout out Kushwookie. Corporal, your boss, starting to get excited. This guy's licking his lips right now. We've got armor support heading this way. I'm sure Swedish God and the boys cannot wait. These two armor units roll up. They are probably going to do some damage. Now would be a good time for Rage to try to mount this big push. They've got their guys back across the field now. SCC relinquishing all of this terrain back to Rage now. Ooh, armor unit taking a shot. The one Tiger sees him. They've been going back and forth. Manages to maneuver back to cover. Oh, but not in time. That was a takedown, folks. That is going to be Drunk Monkey and crew. Looks like the other Tiger may have actually went down. I'm not seeing him. Already coming down right on top of that one. Yeah, I'm not seeing the other one. It looks like Allied armor took out the one Tiger. The other one responded. Uh-oh. I see smoke. I am willing to bet that is coming from Rage Artillery. We see Ranger, D's, Felix. The boys working their way up. Somebody is blanketing this objective in smoke. Felix, D, Swedish God, Jeep Dad, Gratefully Dead. They're working their way up. Kriegi going down. No longer able to hold this southern flank. Right here on the frontal, Captain Insano and crew working their way in. You see the Tiger firing at something over here. Not sure what he sees that we don't, but hey. We have got some movement, folks. Contesting is now happening. Rage is putting on the cap pressure as we speak. You see a whole hefty amount of Rage now penetrating into the circle. This is going to be big for Rage. Up until now, have showed no sign of taking mid, but are putting on quite the push as of right now, getting up to about 20% cap pressure before we saw the spawn wave come in from SCC. Uncle Danny on the flank. Uncle Danny can save the day right here if he's able to hit. Oh, Felix sees him though, takes him down. That garrison out here. One rocket would have changed this game entirely. The Tiger is now in point. Drunk Monkey brings the big kitty up. Rage is not playing anymore, folks. I think that was a precision strike that just came in. Oh no. Katusha strike. Katusha strike. Whee! Alright, guys. Katusha strike coming in. Rage digging deep, clawing their way in. You see the Tiger perched up on just behind the wall here. Stiglitz, Insano now taking complete control of the objective. Kriegi and Felix coming off the garrison. That thing's got to be red by now. If not, Felix the only one to maintain. We get a spawn wave by SCC. Flare goes out by Triple H. Choppa gets a chance, but goes down. SCC defending. Gotta get these OPs. You see, not medic. Gotta find this Tiger. One of them's marked out. You see Rage getting the allied armor marked, but we don't have, I believe it's being IS-1. Yeah, we don't have the Tiger marked, which we wouldn't see that anyways, but I'm not certain if they know where that's at. You see Hectic Shot throwing some rockets down at the Tiger. This is insane. Wasabi Peanut Choppa. Choppa's flare certainly going to expose where this Tiger is located, so you know they know exactly where he's at now. Tiger's still alive. SCC maintaining control for now. Huge satchel goes off. I want to say that probably belonged to Rage, but I think it did more damage to them than it did to anybody else. If that Tiger creeps out, is this... Oh my gosh. You see just on the other side of that house, we've got him highlighted here for you folks at home. That way you can see him a little bit easier. This is hell let loose, folks. This is what top quality console teams will bring you. Rage taking a title in TPL this season. SCC, a newer team on the circuit. Rage still relentless with this push. Stiglitz, he's got eyes on the armor. Yep, smoke comes out. See it right there. Oh, not smoke. Stiglitz just said, hell with it. He's throwing. Jeep Dad! Jeep Dad with the satch! Why do you lay down in front of him? That was wild. But hey, Jeep Dad getting the satchel. Smitty coming around. Jeep, you're gonna get ran over. Oh, now this could be bad for Rage if this armor unit continues to push forward. It may down some spawn points. Nope. He has set still. This is going to be huge when that goes off. Look at all the SCC that it just wiped there, folks. Oh my gosh. Takes him down. That's what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody clip that. Golly. Arty response from SCC now coming in. You see the Tiger backing up. Has no opposition. Huge spawn wave comes off this garrison. This oddly placed garrison that's in a freaking low-lying area. Wildest garrison ever. Rage 35% cap. The push from the west starting to encompass Distillery. The push from the south working so far. Overwhelming. They just got to push up. This Tiger needs to move. Jesus. That Tiger looks like it was breakdancing for the Olympic team. Huge spawn wave. He's got to see that, right? There he is. There we go. Shots coming out by the Tiger. That Tiger needs to walk forward. The minute that happens, this will be over for SCC, at least as far as capping and holding Distillery. Now we are going to see how SCC responds. And Rage doing a good job of having some garrisons set up in the meantime. I look for Rage to try to overwhelm by speed and force at this point. Once they're able to cap mid, they're probably going to go balls to the wall. Oh! Nearly capped, but a spawn wave came off. That was huge. This is huge. You see a couple blues mixed in. Rev Forest with the MG in the window. Bud and crew. You see two armor units. Uh-oh. SCC has been at the disadvantage with armor all match. Having just one at a time, not really being ahead, you know, but Rage always coming across with the advantage. But golly, if we've just not quite seen maybe enough aggression, I don't know. These guys are lining up in a line, which you'd like to see from Rage. Maybe them spread out just a little, get multiple angles of attack. That way they're not both exposed once they're marked up there. But nonetheless, SCC managing to hold off this entire Rage offensive. You saw all of these houses right here just moments ago completely blue. Looked like Rage was going to 100% take this. Gets to about 80% cap. And SCC with yet another spawn. Kush Wookie and Shade both out. Getting some repairs in. Captain Insano checking them out, making sure everything's going fine. We are going to leave the camera right here. I'm going to go get my child. I will be right back. My 1-year-old is awake. Come here. There's my boy. Hi. Come on, some Hoe It Loose. Alright. We are back. Ladies and gentlemen, Rage again starting to put some cap pressure on. Let's take a look at the map. You see the western push finally collapsing to the north side of Distillery. So Rage now able to put the clamps on from multiple directions. You see a huge spawn wave comes in. Shot rings out. I'm not sure. Was that a satchel maybe? Oh no. Looks like artillery. Perhaps still unable to take that garrison out. I cannot believe... Ooh! Artie is locked in now. I say that and they are locked the fuck in. That next spawn wave is going to suffer, I have a feeling. Rage halfway through this matchup. Finally able to nearly take mid. Will they be able to get it? Oh, no, don't push that. Don't push that. Thank you. Another spawn wave comes in. Oh! Jeez! The humanity! Golly, Pookie Chips drops in the open field, you see. Tiger backing up, I'm not... How are they still capping? Is it just because they got more guys in the circle coming from this western side? Popping fresh. You see Cheek, Felix, and Squiggle gonna run into Dom-tacular and the boys. Working their way through the point. Who's that? Mommy is home. Cheek going down. Rage now having control of Distillery. This should be interesting to see how SCC responds. So far in the game, they've been ahead. Not having to work from behind so far. You got one garrison here in this cluster of buildings. I'm curious if they've got more set up. Probably not if Randy Marsh is over here. So looks like only one area to come back. Try to enter the point. This is going to be rough for SCC. The poll may just be right. Many of the folks out there said SCC didn't stand a chance, that Rage was going to take this, but so far, Rage not showing up until just a couple minutes ago. Taking Distillery back from SCC, who has captain held the entire map so far. This is where we're going to focus, folks. I look for Rage to put the turbos on. Hit the jets right here. They are able to get in position and overwhelm this SCC frontal before they're able to get a big network of garrisons back up. I think that is going to work well in Rage's favor. We shall see. Distillery under protest. You see Domtacular, Smitty, Ask the Wall, Sopsa. Stiglitz dropping Sopsa. If these guys are able, excuse me, if these guys are able to work their way in, that's not a bad little spot for them to be. Going to make it easy to post up, but you see Rev Forrest working his angles. Ooh, and goes down. Looks like an AT round came in. Took out Forrest. That was Bud and crew. Randy Marsh trying to get on him, though. Hop up on that thing, Randy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is dangerous territory. Bud hops out. Randy able to gun him down. Uncle Danny helping him out there. Get him, Randy. Randy seemingly pulls off. Probably going to still head that way, but what is this armor unit doing? What is he seeing that I'm not seeing, you know? Oh, he thinks somebody's still right up on him, I see. He's just trying to get splash. Randy. Gotta be careful, Randy. We're gonna stay tuned to this one, folks. I think this is gonna be interesting. Let's see if Randy's able to pull it off. Randy gonna take one if he's not careful. Ooh, guns rotating back around. Randy, here's your chance. Felix working his way up, though. Felix probably gonna reach out and touch you by the time you try to get, yeah, right in this open field. Watch this. Reach out and touch. Yep, see. Uh-oh. Allied armor taking some shots from the distance. We've got a Tiger clear back up here. Looks like maybe two of them. Yep. Gonna have two kitties on point. This... Oh, man, I hate to say it. As far as this match has gone so far, I mean... Absolutely insane. The start of this match alone, I don't think anybody saw Rage not capping mid, let alone being shut out entirely. SCC simply dropping the ball there, in my opinion. You saw they had taken all of this land from Rage. Perhaps just got a little too overextended. Remember, these are only 35v35 matches, guys, so not a whole lot of room to make mistakes. In my opinion, I think 35s are harder than 49s. Let me know in the comments what you think. I may be wrong. Some of you out there have played both. Some of you have never played, more than just one of them. But let me know what you think. Be sure to hit that like button. Give us a subscribe if you don't mind. We're trying to grow the channel. Bring you guys as much of this as we possibly can. We are tuned in every weekend for your enjoyment alone. Right now, those of you just tuning in, we are in off-season competitive league. This is Division 1, Week 4 matchup. Rage versus the Southern Cross Commandos. SCC, we will call them for short. You see Domtacular and Smitty here in red for SCC, trying to make their way. If you just tuned in, you'd say, dang, Rage is just... I mean, you look at the map, you say Rage is just putting on a show here, but Little would you know that they just got in the game. 45 plus minutes went by, and SCC controlled mid for its entirety. Let's see, we've got a little action over here by the church. Dirty China virus able to lock out this garrison. Oh no, that's going to be Shooter. Shooter's on the Gary. Yeah, Shooter actually drops the garrison, works his way back in. He sees Boss. Boss goes down. Hulk and Swanspit have called it out. They're like, hey, somebody just took our Gary. War crimes. Gonna run into the MG. There you go. Get around him. Oh, okay. Drops Hulk. Hulk goes down. War crime's still alive. Woo! Splash. How's it look? Swanspit drops. War crimes drops. I think China got Swan. You saw him over there in the door. What a play. SCC working their way. Now that is what you like to see. We've got some Rage, but no frontal push abilities from Rage right now. We've got no OPs. You see these guys just sitting still. No OPs. No garrisons. Yeah, squad lead just went down. King squad. That is good play by SCC. Working this red-blue zone. Got to control that if they're even going to think of taking back Distillery. The problem is they were overwhelmed here. They only had the one garrison on this side. Nothing over here. So Rage able to advance once they overwhelm this. Rage is going to control the whole eastern. SCC is going to control the western of here. And it's all going to depend on who moves in at the right time and who is overwhelming with their firepower. We've got multiple Tigers posted up here for Rage on the midpoint. Distillery. Helllet, Moose, Jeep Dad, Gratefully Dead, Stiglitz. Wanting to get a garrison up. You see Smitty, yeah, Death Trooper. I think Dom spawned. Yeah, Dom spawns off a garrison, but they've got it already just completely dialed in. I want to say they've even got armor shooting over at it. Definitely a not so good spot for SCC to be in. But SCC, as we mentioned earlier, controlling the entire west side of Distillery. All they've got to do now is push in. We will see with Rage having majority of their team to the north. Curious to see how they respond here. If SCC is able to get much penetration or not. We've got one Rage member. Oh, and it's an MG. Rev Force. I guarantee Rev Force is sitting there pissed right now. Like, I didn't have anything I could use. I was shooting this guy with a damn pistol, you know. Hate how that works. Dirty China virus leading the push by SCC. Sergeant Buttocks, CQ Shooter, and Wasabi Peanut. I reckon they're probably all part of one squad there. Squiggle throwing some rockets. I don't know where he's shooting them at, but hey. This is, look at this. SCC is completely behind the entire Rage infantry. Look, their whole push is coming up on this back side. It is going to come down if these armor units are able to see it and stop it. But look, one Tiger's facing Sancho. They're looking the opposite way. Now, Coax is still facing to the west, but unable as of right now to help hold off this push. Gypsy and Swedish God going to be the first ones to run in. This is going to get interesting, folks. J-Ret drops. Gypsy going down. Swedish God, the only squad leader left. Got to get an OP. Ask the wall. The wall didn't respond that time. Smitty lighting him up. Misses every shot. Swedish God taking advantage. Snafu and the boys down here. You saw a spawn wave come from an OP. Fatal can drop that. Swedish God has the angle. Ooh, what was that? What was that? Something went down. I think it was a repair station. It sure was. Tigers are still up. Hectic shot working his way around. Maybe trying to get at least two in the backside of one of those Tigers. Different angle of the battlefield now. We've got Rage armor, you see, mounted up here within the objective. SCC pushing their way in from the west. This is how Rage ended up taking the midpoint as well. This western push came quite in handy. You see the AT gun set up by Jeep Dad here. Wonder if he's able to see much. I'll tell you, he's got quite a sight line though. Either way. Golly. Let's check in on Lumberworks. Not much of a push being had. Felix working his way along, but he's going to be the only one there. You see the armor marked up. Ooh, major chip. Goes down. Felix gets him one. Reaches out with that Car 98. Squiggle. Gypsy. Shooter taking out Squiggle. Gypsy jumps out the window at the worst possible timing. Swedish God gonna round the corner. Happens to take off at the perfect time. Does he get turned around before Shooter sees him? Oh, Shooter! Nope. Shooter takes him out. The push has been mounted by SCC. You see, Satchel goes off. SCC push coming from the west. I need another drink. Your boy is out here parched, y'all. 30 minutes to go in this matchup. Rage leading 3-2. Gaining control of midpoint about 15 minutes ago. Say something's being dropped. There it is. Supplies coming in for Rage. You got the Burrito and Dirty China Virus trying to work their way around. I guarantee they've got these Tigers on their mind. Oh, the Burrito. It's not even Burrito. It's Burrito. Maybe his name's Roberto. It's me, your daddy, Roberto. You know, I don't know. Another rep station drops. Tiger is sitting pretty. Jeep Dad working his way around. Oh, SCC finally with the push. They are working their way across the open field. You see the coax lighting these guys up, but not doing any good. Dark Elf popping fresh. You got to get him. Yep. Snafu working his way in through the smoke. Would be excellent to get an OP up, but he goes down. Armor round comes in, takes him out. The Berto nearly. What did he just satchel the? What are you doing, dog? Go get that tank. Get the tank, boy! Berto makes his way in. Berto sneaks around, gets it right in the track. Drunk Monkey, Johnny 2-All, and Captain Kushwookie going to meet their maker, CJ. Thank you. Mantooth. Wonder if he's related to Dorothy Mantooth. She is a saint, as you all know. Sergeant Stiglitz working his way across. You see Berto. He's picking people off out the window here. Satchel goes off finally. Berto taking down the Tiger. Whose airhead is this? Oh, that's a Rage airhead. Okay. Rage airhead comes in. You see Tiger moving in. Berto. Berto, you're so close you could lock out the airhead. It's red. These guys are shitting a brick right now. This Tiger tank's like, wait a darn minute. What is going on? Airhead appears clear. Oh, Tiger clears out Berto. So airhead will be spawnable. I'm not even certain how it's red. Maybe just these couple guys. Yep. Rage gets the spawn wave off. That is going to be enough to hold this point here. Dirty China Virus, Sergeant Buttocks leading the charge. Going to be difficult to maintain here. They're the only ones with a sea of blue just cascading down upon them now. Sergeant Buttocks getting ready to try out for the casting couch. Finally goes down. Let's see here. Rage down to the one lone Tiger now on the point. You saw Berto taking out the other one with the satchel. Lumberworks still not really having any worry. No garrisons being placed on this red-blue line by Rage, so no need to worry about much of a push. They are busy holding off this SCC attack, though. That is for certain. Another spawn wave comes in off of the airhead. Not a bad play there. Ask the wall. The only one to survive that. You saw everybody else turn to dust. Stiglitz and Danny working their way. You got Hectic Shot, Chappa. Buttocks, Sopsa. Yep, Uncle Danny. Unc seeing what he needs to see. See Shooter over here still trying to make his way. Yep. Let's take a different look here, folks. SCC trying to penetrate from the north here. We've got north and northwest. Definitely getting some movement, just not able, excuse me, to allocate enough resources as of yet to overwhelm this midpoint again. There you go. That's what I'm saying. I couldn't agree more. My co-caster here speaking a little gibberish. Checking the map. Good garrison still set up by Rage. Could definitely use more, but when can you not? Well, maybe when you're maxed out, but that's about it. Anyways, huge focus here. SCC sending all they've got right now. You've got one, yep, not Medic Eugene and his crew working their way around. Absolutely cruising right now. Been marked up. You see the satchel goes off, takes out some of these Rage guys over here. The Berto. Oh, look at this. This armor unit's, yeah, just going to try to cause as much damage as he possibly can. I don't think he's got a Tiger to worry about right now. Death Trooper. Engines him, though. Death Trooper Jeep Dad, Mantooth. The trifecta. Just absolutely swarming, old boy. These supplies are dropping. Oh. Ammo drop coming in. That looks like there's going to be a rage ammo drop here. SCC still doing a good job of getting some penetration. We've got plenty of guys working their way in, both from each northern corridor. See if we can get tuned in here. Give you a little better angle. Jeep Dad running up on him. Pulls out. Oh, he made the mistake of pulling out the shovel. Pays the price for it, but ends up getting taken out anyway. Mantooth. So confused. What just happened? Obviously didn't have the right weapon out or something. Dirty China virus getting the upper hand. Death Trooper on the other side of the building, though. Ooh, man. What a match we've got on our hands so far, folks. We will keep it tuned on this one, folks. We've got Rage and SCC tonight. We've got Pack and 2-6 going on as well. Looks like that one was a very quick match. Looks like a 5-0 by the way of Pack there. Make sure you check that out over on Smithers' stream. I almost feel bad. Shouldn't be in that division. It shouldn't be there. Too good. Anyways, back to the moment at hand. Satchel goes off. Takes out some Rage. Give me that, Goofy. Here, you can have this. Want my water bottle? There you go. It's empty. Alright, back to it. Death Trooper, these guys still holding off this northern push. Not a whole lot still coming from it. It looks like most of all the, we'll say, frontal action is coming from here to the northwest. This other little entry point, but golly, so much blue on the map here. Not really much area for SCC to slip back in. Gonna be difficult to say the least, but if Rage is able to do it, I would say anything can happen. SCC, I think, has the geographic advantage, so not out of it yet, that's for sure. We've got 18.5 minutes remaining in this matchup. Ooh. Looks like we may have just seen a precision strike. Looks like it took out the Tiger over here. Bombing run comes in. That's gotta be from... Oh, actually no. It looks like it's from SCC. Katusha's inbound. Thought it was a bombing run at first. It looked like it made a straight line. Oh, man. Well, if I'm SCC, yeah, we got to lock down the front door here. Get something set up here, and we got to take control of this area. This whole Fox grid's got to be under control by SCC. And then just put the clamps on and try to take distillery back. 17 minutes. There is time for it to happen. Going to be difficult, though. That's for sure. I'm quite surprised that Rage hasn't put more of a frontal push on. Ooh, but they are calling an airhead. Rutrow. That could be interesting. I will jump over to that once it gets closer to the ground there. See, for now, we're just going to watch the little dots squirm around our map. Hell, let Moose and the boys. Large spawn wave comes in full of squad leaders as well. I look to see some OPs going up by SCC. Now the problem is SCC with this limited amount of time is going to be putting all their attention in. Yes, and you see nobody has eyes on this airhead back here from Rage. We're going to tune into this. This may be the piece de resistance, if you will. Lumberworks having potential to drop. Here a truck. Yep, supply truck. We just get one spawn. One measly guy. Rev Forrest gonna work his way in from the back. SCC putting everything on this attack now. 15 minutes remain in this matchup. Rev's like, wait, where is everyone? Surely calling out to the squad. You see supplies in the distance. A garrison right there. Direct in the middle of your screen. Rev sees it. Tim knows it's hot. Rev, this is going to be huge. Rev drops the satchel and goes on. What a play. I absolutely agree. Don't worry about that. You've got the Gary locked out. You and Smokey now capping the point. Shooter's going to spawn, but unless he gets away from that, he is going to drop rather quickly. This is going to be all over but the shout here soon, folks. Rage working on the 5-0. Cheeky goes down. I hope Cheeky put an OP up. SCC managing to get a few guys back, but watching their main garrison go down, that's going to be interesting to say the least. See, OP's going to save them there. But nobody spawns in as support, so going to be up to the squad leader to see if they're able to get these supplies. Gypsy has a chance to take them out. It's the right move in my opinion. We will tune back into that momentarily, folks. Back to Distillery. You see we've got Felix and the boys chasing down a two-man. So looks like was it Bud maybe, I think was the guy. Oh, there's Bud. Yep. Missing their TC now. Hectic shot. Hopefully coming in with a repair tool. Doesn't matter though. Long range rocket comes out by Squiggle from the backside. Squiggle taking him down. Uncle Danny working his way up now. SCC now has 13 minutes left. We'll really call it 11 because it takes you 2 minutes to cap. So they've got some time, but they need to continue this pressure. Putting on quite the offensive right now, pushing Rage back. But Rage taking advantage now of SCC not seeing the airhead. It was dropped just north of point now. No garrisons are up, surprisingly. I imagine King Squad's probably working on that right now. Only got 50 supplies, so he's going to have to get somebody in there. Garrison mark has come up as well as Mr. Smokey on the fallback. Son of a bitch, Mr. Smokey is on the fallback, so Major Chip, Kriege, these guys are going to have to do something really soon here. Got to get that garrison back up. They've lost the one on point and now the fallback. This is where things start to get shaky, and you really got to rely on your squad leaders to have a great game knowledge and true understanding of the flow and how things work. Garrisons right now on this defensive point are going to be utmost priority. You see SCC still doing a good job to hold off the push for now. We will tune back in there moments from now. But let's get back to distillery. SCC working their way. You see Stiglitz over here getting the flank. Berto, only one to see him. Big spawn wave coming in. You see Tiger approaching from the backside. Captain Insano now running TC. Just stacking the point, yeah. Let's see how many Tigers we got. Yeah, 1, 2. At least 2. Trying to keep 2 at all times. Not a bad play, especially in 35s. Those heavy armor units are going to come in handy and do a lot of damage. Also hold a lot of cap weight, so definitely something we're going to see a lot in these 35 matches. I'm quite surprised, actually, though, that Rage isn't putting out 49s by now. Although they may be. I may be mistaken. They might just be doing 35s due to SCC being a smaller team. But I look for Rage maybe to branch out in the upcoming seasons. See what they're capable of doing. I guarantee they're not going to sit and stay in the division they were in, that's for sure. What just happened? The Tiger goes down? Tiger drops, dude. Was that this IS-1 over here? This has got to be these guys. Not Medic Eugene, Pickles, and Tin Man. Gaining the upper hand yet again. We're going to highlight the armor units so you can see them through the buildings there. You see the truck, the supply truck making its way in. Tiger tank working his way around. Kush, Wookie, and the boys, Tin Man, the Greg, both getting some repairs done. You know how important this armor unit's going to be right now. Dark Elf fires a rocket. That is a good one. I think he kind of gave himself away, that, yep, and then misses the second shot, so that's going to be unfortunate. Stiglitz throwing some smoke. Unable to make it happen, but he does get the smoke to pop. That is going to be... Oh, this is going to be devastating for that. All the Tiger has to do is fire right through. He doesn't see him, though, because of the smoke from his own team. By the time he sees him, he's going to be out of range. That gun can't get around fast enough. Tiger, open your eyes. Tiger TC should be calling that out. Drunk Monkey, there he is. They've got eyes right before he rounds. Puts one in the side. Rear quarter panel of the armor unit. Hit by the Tiger. Hell let Moose. Working his way around. Safsa's going to say, hey, wait a minute. Hell let Moose using a rocket anyways. SCC putting all their marbles in this one. You see battle of these armor units going on right now. Ricochet comes out from the Tiger. Ooh, quite a shot rains in from the Tiger. The Greg trying to keep this guy repaired as best he can. That's going to be their best chance of staying alive right now. Tiger's just got a great position there. Hits the front, gets the ricochet, lives to see another day. The Greg still getting the repairs off. Tiger takes one. Allied armor takes one in return from the Tiger. Tiger backtracking. Grateful Dead trying to get some repairs in, but unable to. Already takes him out. The Greg still getting the repairs on the Allied armor. Katusha strike inbound. SCC looking to take this one back, folks. It's now or never. This is the time. This is the moment. Oh, armor goes down right in the street. Pookie chips. Dark Elf throwing some rockets that way. Oh, man. Katusha not doing near as much damage as you would have liked to see. Vortex, Berto, Hectic shot, working their way up. You see Uncle Danny round the corner. At this point, it's full hold. It's full send by SCC, and it's full hold by Rage. We've got 5 minutes, 56 seconds left. Does SCC have what it takes to come back here at the end, or will Rage hold on to win this 3-2 today, folks? We are going to find out just minutes from now. We've got 3.5 minutes for SCC to start capping. If not, it is going to go the way of Rage. SCC mounting the push. Got to put all their marbles in this one. SCC getting the cap weight. Starting the cap. Rage now with defense. They get the spawn wave comes off. This is how close it is, folks. It doesn't get much better than this. We have seen some crazy endings on this channel before. If you tuned in to TPL quarterfinals, you saw Merc get taken out by EXO. That might have been the greatest ending to a match I've ever witnessed. I luckily had the opportunity to be the one casting it. Very thankful for that one. Golly, that will always stand out in my mind as long as this game exists. SCC trying to claw their way back in. They had cap pressure just moments ago. They've got to get the rest of these guys moving up. I think this Tiger can see some of these dudes, though. Oh, yeah, you see, he just got to wedge it right over the top of that. It is all or nothing. Hell Let Moose doing an excellent job getting repair stations up one right after the other. If you're out there watching, take notes, folks. These armor units have to have repair stations. That's the best chance you have of keeping them in the game, especially in these 35 matchups, guys. Buttocks has a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. Buttocks coming around. Gonna try to make a play. SCC's got contesting going on. Rage taking the point back. It's flopping back and forth. 1 minute 20 seconds left for SCC to initiate cap pressure. Woo, there we go. Dark Elf working his way around. Asks the wall. Sees him but doesn't have his gun out. Hell Let Moose goes down. 1 minute remaining. SCC now or never. You've got to take it. You've got to move in. They've got the northwest. They've got the north. The only thing holding off for Rage right now is these two armor units. And SCC is getting cap pressure. Holy shit. This is going to come down to what these armor units are capable of doing right now. There is way more infantry on this point for SCC than there is Rage. It's coming down to the wire, folks. We are now 25% cap. Spawn wave comes in for Rage. It's not enough. We do have contesting started. Oh, Artie comes in from SCC. It's hitting next to the garrison, but doesn't get anybody right now. They need a big play here. Bombing run. Bombing run making its way in for Rage as we speak. Clearing out this western side. That doesn't do them much good here. Cap pressure's still going. If it gets completely out, Rage is going to take it. Oh! Not enough time left in this matchup. 1:45 left. SCC will not have a chance to take it back. You saw how close they got here at the end. Recon tank working his way up. Look at this. Oh, there he goes. Just getting bullied now. Poor Bud. Trying to do something. There he goes. Get wedged up, Bud. Switch seats. There you go. Both Tigers will turn around from you. How the hell? Well, that's an ending we love to see. What a tearjerker. SCC, though, quite an impressive showing. I would say these guys definitely are one to keep an eye out. A lot of good stuff I've seen today. SCC going toe-to-toe with Rage. Rage definitely not one to play with. 40 seconds left in this one. It's going to go the way of Rage, folks. Man, I am happy I got to do this one. Gonna go the distance. SCC just not quite having what it takes to get back in this there at the end. Man. What a push, though, there. That was impressive. I hope everybody out there watching has enjoyed this. Quite an ending we have for you today. I'm your host, Don Gotti. If you're out there watching, you're enjoying what you're watching, give me a like, give me a subscribe. I appreciate it. This has been Off-Season Competitive League, though. SCC going down 2-3 against Rage. Rage coming back about halfway through the match, taking it and holding. And as you all know, it's whoever ends the match. It does not matter who starts it. So Rage taking the dub on this one. I'm your host, Don Gotti, signing off. Forget about it.